दूसरो कौन सुखदाई श्याम बिना दूसरो कौन सुखदाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई दूसरो कौन सुखदाई श्याम बिना दूसरो कौन सुखदाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई। धीरजता ध्रुव की उर्धारी अचल पद दियो आई रे धीरजता ध्रुव की उर्धारी अचल पद दियो आई रे जुरे जब ही पकड़ो भज को जुरे जब ही पकड़ो गज को छीन में लियो छुड़ाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई श्याम बिना दूसरो कौन सुखदाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई। प्रहलाद की अति पीरा पिछानी प्रगट भय स्तंभ माही रे प्रहलाद की अति पीरा पिछानी प्रगट भय स्तंभ माही रे हिरण्यकशिपु को मार्यो हरिये हिरण्यकशिपु को मार्यो हरिये नरसिंह वेश बनाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई श्याम बिना दूसरो कौन सुखदाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई। पांडव को लाखा गृह जारे तासुली ने बचाई रे पांडव को लाखा गृह जारे तासुली ने बचाई रे पांचाली के चीर पुराण को पांचाली के पुराण को धीरत जी आए धाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई श्याम बिन दूसरो कौन सुखदाई रे दूसरो कौन सुखदाई। जहाँ जहाँ वीर परे भक्तन को तहाँ तहाँ होत सहाय रे जहाँ जहाँ भी
Maritian mirin koro Jai Swaminarayan to all. So, we start our today's Satsang. Varanivesh-ramaniya-darshanam mandahasa-ruchirananambujam pujitam suranarottamermuda dharmanandanamaham vichintaye. Om avatarine Shri Swaminarayanaya namo namaha. Shri Hari Krishnaya namo namaha. Shri Purna Purushottamaya namo namaha. सर्वावतारी इष्टदेव भगवान श्री स्वामीनारायण, पूज्यपाद शास्त्री जी महाराज, पूज्यपाद गुरु महाराज, पूज्यपाद सद्गुरु श्री देव प्रसाद दास जी स्वामी, all other pious and Brahmanist saints, and all dear Gurukul family members. Heartiest Jai Swaminarayan. So today we are going to read Vachanamrut of Panchala chapter number 1. Very nice Vachanamrutam. First we will read. So let us concentrate on Vachanamrutam. It is not so long, but still I request everybody to concentrate. I also share the screen. Swaminarayan Hare, Swaminarayan Hare. In the Samvat year 1877, on the 4th day of the bright half of the month of Falgun, Sriji Maharaj was seated on a wooden bedstead laid on the platform in the Darbar of Jinabhai in Panchala. He had put a white headdress on his head. One end of the headdress was left loose on his right. He had put on a white jacket and covered his body with a white cotton shawl. Saints and devotees from various places had gathered before him in an assembly. After the evening prayers were over, Sriji Maharaj rested on a bolster and said, I want to ask a question to you all, the senior saints and devotees. A person may have love for God and may have faith in the path of morals, but if he is not in the habit of thinking, he will not consider the nicest sense object of sound, touch, sight and taste, smell equal to the ugliest sense objects or even worse. Now my question is, what sort of thinking a person should do so that he will consider the nicest sense objects equal to the ugliest sense objects or even worse? What is your idea, treating all sense objects good as well as bad equally, or good objects worse than bad objects? This is my question, the senior saints and devotees. The saints and the devotees expressed their opinion according to their understanding. Then Sriji Maharaj said, I have heard all of you. Now I will tell you my opinion. Suppose we receive a letter from someone living in a far away region. We can judge the intelligence of the writer from the letter, how his mind works. In the same way, we can know the nature and appearance of devotees of God like the Pandav brothers, Draupadi, Kuntaji, Rukmini, Satyabhama and Jambavati, the senior queens of Sri Krishna and his son Samb from the holy scriptures, because they have described these devotees as if they were living before us. We can know about their mode of thinking also from the words put in their mouth. We come to know from the epics like Mahabharata and other books of Puran that God is the cause of creation, sustenance and dissolution of this universe. he possesses a divine form. If he were formless, he cannot be in a position to carry out all these activities. He cannot be said to be the karta, doer, if he were formless. Akshar Brahm is his divine abode. He is full of luster and bliss. At the time of dissolution, all the souls along with their causal bodies are merged into Maya. And at the time of creation, God again gifts the souls with intelligence, senses, mind and pran, breaths of life, so that they may enjoy sense objects of all types, meanest, ordinary as well as the best, and may also endeavor to attain their final liberation. God creates the sense objects as well as the means to enjoy them. Good sense objects are created to minimize the agonies caused by the bad sense objects. Just as a great rich man arranges for trees to be planted on both sides of highway to cover them with shade, construct water huts, start farm houses and construct sarais for poor travelers. In the same way, God also creates super sense objects for the happiness of deities like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, etc. These divine five senses objects are for the happiness of the lesser gods. Just as one can infer from the series and almshouses constructed for the poor that the rich man must have exceeding better comfort in his house, similarly, the wise man knows that God also must have exceeding better comfort in his divine abode. The happiness of his divine abode is far superior so that of lesser god and human beings. And when the wise man comes to realize that the happiness of the divine abode of God is far superior, even the pleasant object of senses seems painful to him. The happiness of the sense objects of these world experienced by humans, animals, deities and evil spirit appears pleasant if it is associated with God and even slightly, but the happiness to be found in the God himself to be found nowhere else. It is like the torch burning before us. The light that the torch sheds at a little distance is not so bright as it is near the torch, and there will be no light at all at a great distance. Similarly, happiness to the fullest extent will be experienced only in the vicinity of God. Elsewhere, the happiness will become lesser and lesser as we go far and far from God. Hence, the person who is desirous of his liberation knows that he will find only misery if he stays away from God. His misery will grow according to the distance from God, and ultimately he will become extremely miserable. He knows that whatever little happiness he gets is due to his association with God only. Hence, he must develop closer and closer association with God. His happiness will be the greatest when he develops the closest association with God. A person can be called wise only when he endeavors to develop closest association with God, thinking as above for acquiring the happiness of the God. The happiness of a man is greater than of an animal. The happiness of a king is greater than of a man. The happiness of deities is greater than that of a king. The happiness of Indra is still greater. The happiness of Brahaspati is greater still. The happiness of Brahma is greater than that. The happiness of Vaikuntha is even greater. The happiness of Golok is greater than that of Vaikuntha, and the happiness of Akshardham is greater than that of Golok and all other abodes of lesser gods. Thus, when a wise man realizes the extreme happiness of God, he considers the happiness of sense objects to be insignificant. The happiness of other gods like Brahma is nothing compared to the happiness of God. It is like the happiness of pauper begging with an earthen bowl at the door of millionaire. If I just compare the unbounded happiness of the divine abode of God with a meager happiness of other places, I would become depressed and would hanker to achieve the divine happiness of the abode of God after death. When I am enjoying the sense objects in the ordinary course of life, I just do not give much thought to it. But When we find some charm in those objects, I at once think of happiness of God, and my mind immediately gets very much depressed. Only an intelligent man will understand my talks. I have great love and respect for an intelligent man because I am myself intelligent. Only if an intelligent man will understand these talks as clearly as I do. My ideas are definitely more important than your ideas. Hence, always bear in my mind my talks and hold them firmly in your mind. If one does not understand my talks properly, he will find it very difficult to withdraw his mind from the charms of the worldly object of senses. And one who can understand my talks properly, it will not be difficult for him to withdraw his mind from worldly objects. He will clearly realize the worthless nature of those objects. My talks will be understood only by the person who are more intelligent and who are greedy to achieve the supreme happiness of God. He knows that a paisa is more valuable than a kauri, and a rupee is still more valuable, and much more valuable is gold coin, and chintamani, a wishing stone, is most valuable. Similarly, the happiness of divine abode of God is far superior to the happiness of worldly sense objects. Only one who is intelligent will understand my talks and will be convinced of the truth contained in them. Iti Vachanav number first, Panchala chapter. Anybody could remember anything? You can raise your hand. Okay. We also request to switch on videos. Whoever family members can switch on. Yeah, somebody raised the hand. Okay, fine. Jai Swaminarayan. Yeah, Shamal Rao sir. Unmute તો કરું છું. Okay, thank you family members for switching on your videos. Yeah, so Panchala chapter Vachanav number 1. What is the subject of Vachanamrut? Anybody? At least. Today's Vachanamrut is moreover two-way discussion. So let's be ready for answering. What is the topic of today's Vachanamrut? Anybody? Okay, fine. The topic of today's Vachanamritam is calculation of divine happiness or bliss of God. Question is, why are we not experiencing the bliss of God or divine happiness? Why are we not experiencing the happiness, divine happiness or bliss of God? Anybody? Yes, Srinivas sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Most of the times we are stuck with the very low level pleasure and happiness. We are not believing the higher level purpose and happiness in the life. That is the reason we are not scaling up, Swamiji.
Okay, well tried. Anybody else? Fine. So after this satsang, if God deposits 1000 rupees to all participants, not because of attending satsang, because of blessings, then will you be happy or not? Yes. Yeah. Right? All of you will be happy. And next satsang, God will deposit, if God deposits 1 lakh rupees to your account. So now only Srinivas sir became over excited, right? Showing his happiness. So if God deposits 1 lakh rupees after next satsang, will you be happy or not? Yes, Pradeep, right? But now question is, if God deposits or someone deposits 1000 rupees, also we become happy, and if someone deposits and gives 1 lakh rupees, also we become happy. But question is, does that happiness is same or different? Yeah, it is to be ponder your attention. I think Praveen sir, are you getting me? Yes. So if somebody gives us 1000 rupees, we become happy, and instead of 1000 somebody gives 1 lakh rupees, also we become happy. So is there any difference between those two happiness, or both are equal? And if both are different, then what is difference? So first of all, what is the is both happiness are equal or not? Chaudhary sir.
Swamiji, actually I am in a village, so network problem is there very much.
Okay.
I am unable to listen the questions.
Okay, question is, if somebody gives us 1000 rupees, we become happy, and if somebody gives us 1 lakh rupees, we become happy.
Happiness
both
is
happiness
not related with money, Swamiji. Happiness is the different thing and money is the different thing. We cannot connect with each other.
Okay, very good.
Happiness is coming from our soul, and in my opinion, that money never gives to anybody happiness.
Then why are we all running behind money?
That is for temporary happiness, but inner and the soulful happiness will never get through that.
Okay, so now
money
sir is agreed that that is a temporary happiness, right? Okay, so now question is, out of those temporary two happiness, both happiness are equal or different? 1000
very
rupees?
much different.
Very much difference. Okay.
Very much different.
What is difference? Yes, that to be understood, and that is one today's subject. Okay.
Shall I give one example, Swamiji?
Wait, Venugopal sir is want to answer. Yeah. Yes, Venugopal sir.
Jai Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Happiness is happiness is the same, but here that means the what we can quality is the same, but quantity is more.
Okay.
Quality is the same, happiness is the same, but here we are getting when 1 lakh, that it's always more for our family than whatever temporary. It more gives more happiness. Quality is difference.
No, if somebody gets 2000 increments and somebody gets 10,000 increment, so his happiness will be same or different? Srinivas sir.
Sorry, I could not.
Sorry?
It's different, Swamiji, because as Venugopal sir also told, the more money, the more materialistic things you can purchase. So obviously, it leads to different kind of more quantity, more different happiness.
No, sir's answer was quantity is different but quality is same.
Quality remains correct. In the sense,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
to answer your question, Swamiji, it's different kind of more happiness, more materialistic possession.
Okay. And we all are sitting here are looking for different happiness, right? Not materialistic happiness. At least for the satsang, we discuss and look for divine happiness, right? Not materialistic. After satsang, we may fight for that, but at least for satsang, we'll talk about divine happiness. Fine. So, yes. So, why we are able to understand that 1000 rupees gives different happiness or different quantity of happiness, and 1 lakh rupees is giving different quantity of happiness? Actually, happiness is not, cannot be measured, cannot be weighted, right? Yeah. But still, we are able to experience two different happiness of 1000 rupees and 1 lakh rupees. That is possible because first of all we knew that what is money, right? We knew that what is money and what is the calculation of money. 1000 rupees calculation and 1 lakh calculation we knew very well, and the day one onwards our math teacher taught us and our parents taught us very well, and so that we are able to identify this difference of even quantity. Okay, no doubt, I do agree that quality is same, but quantity is different, and that is possible because we knew what is money calculation, what is money, a kind of thing or an element, or what is the calculation of money. So, Bhagavan Swaminarayan wants to say in this Vachanamritam, the same topic and same message Bhagavan Swaminarayan wants to convey, that why we are not able to give up the materialistic pleasure, or why we are not able to withdraw our senses from materialistic pleasure, because we are not calculating the divine happiness. As we are calculating 1 lakh rupees, or if somebody gives us choice, do you want 1 lakh rupees or 1000 rupees? What would be your choice? Yes, it is very clear for everybody. It may be a 5th class boy or new teacher or senior teacher or retired teacher or whoever. Because we knew very well the calculation of these two or difference of these two. So, if somebody gives us choice that do you want 1 lakh rupees or 1000 rupees, so we choose 1 lakh rupees, right? There is no doubt. Even at midnight somebody ring up and ask us, sir, what do you want, 1000 or 1 lakh? So, by mistake we will say 1000, right? No, we never mistake that, right? We are so intelligent. In this Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan said, I like intelligent people, and we are such kind of people, very intelligent. We never miss even 1 rupees, right? Not 90,000. But when time comes of materialistic pleasure and divine pleasure of God, we are not able to choose the divine pleasure and divine happiness of God, because we don't know, first of all, happiness or sukh, and we don't know the calculation of sukham. So now let's we start with first question. What is happiness? Can anybody say what is happiness? We all are day and night working for happiness, right? As Chaudhary sir said that we are not working for or running behind money. Money is different and happiness is different. Yes, sir is absolutely right. So now question is, what is happiness? How to define? What is the definition of happiness? Yes, Rami Reddy sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan. Yes sir.
Swamiji, when we achieved our goal successfully, we will feel happy.
Okay. Very good. Yes, Praveen sir.
Swamiji, happiness means we can say the desire to make the very best of our life.
What is desire?
To make the very best of it, best of our life.
Okay. Okay. I will ask you an option.
We can, with this, it help us to do our best.
Cold is happier or heat is happier?
Swamiji,
Cold is happier or heat is happier?
Swamiji, one more time.
Cold is happier, or we can say summer is happier or winter is happier?
Winter is happier, Swamiji.
Winter is happier. Okay. In winter we are looking for heater, right? And hot water.
Yes, Swamiji.
In summer we are looking for cold water and AC.
Correct.
So what is definition of happiness or sukham, we can say? What is the definition of sukham? Yes.
When we achieve all our goals, it gives us happiness.
Yes, Solapur. Veeresh sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Swamiji, happiness is gratitude and love towards people and saints and God.
Okay. Right now we are talking in general. You have to define happiness. Suppose all may not like saints, right?
Yes.
So for them saints may not be happier.
Swamiji, and the people who do not like saints, they like the happiness in worldly things.
So now we are talking about what is happiness. What is the definition of happiness? Okay.
Swamiji, physically, mentally, free from all the tensions, sorrows, or anything.
But we are not able to do that, right?
That's why we are struggling.
That's why only today's topic is what is happiness. We are in search of happiness. We are searching somewhere else, and happiness is somewhere else, right? Yes, Ramchandra sir.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan.
It's a illustration, Swamiji, which is not really not existing.
Achha, happiness is not existing.
Yes.
Okay. I think it is absolutely wrong, because scripture says there is happiness in this world also and in the divine abode of God also.
Yes.
And if that is not there, then 1 lakh rupees will not give us happiness, right?
After 1 lakh, another desire will come, na Swami?
That is fine. But at least temporary somebody is giving happiness, right?
Yeah, it's temporary only, Swami. That's the I want to. It's
Yeah. So right now we are not talking about temporary or permanent. We are talking about happiness. What is happiness?
It's a feeling, Swamiji, which is not really
Existing.
Yes, Swamiji. Yes, it may varies and it may changes, Swamiji, from minute to minute and thing to thing and situation to situation.
Yes.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan sir.
Sir, Swamiji, whatever the person, it actually happiness changes to person, Swamiji. It is not fixed to any person actually.
Okay.
The thing what he was doing wholeheartedly, it gives the happiness to the person, Swamiji, actually.
Okay, you are right that it is changing person to person, but money is such that gives happiness to everybody, right?
It's no, I know Swamiji. Somebody. I'm not talking about money, Swamiji. Happiness, I'm talking about person. Happiness is nothing but
Okay,
person to person, it may vary.
Our
Swamiji.
family members are very confident that happiness is different and money is different, right? So it is very pleasure to hear and knew that our family members are very confident as well as clear that what is happiness and what is money. Okay, very nice. So that will really help you a lot to find out the real happiness. Okay. Voice is clear, or somebody saying voice is not clear? Okay, fine. Right. So, at last question, marriage is pleasurable or miserable? Now we give up money, right? Because nobody is interested in money. Everybody is, only Swamiji is interested in money. Remaining all are saying, Swamiji, money is not giving happiness. Only Swamiji is giving happiness, right? So marriage is pleasurable or miserable? Those who are recently married, they can tell nicely, right? Okay, regarding money, marriage, nobody wants to comment, right? Because all of them are fearing. Okay, Srinivas sir, you can dare.
Right. I just want to, I don't have any fear. It's been 20 years I'm married. But it's a very subjective question, Swamiji. In the same way, also sometimes you are good, sometimes unhappy, sometimes happy. But by and large, if you have a good partner who is also in line with
we are in search of definition of happiness. See, first of all, we are in search of happiness, right? But if we don't know what is happiness, then we will be misguided, as the whole world is searching happiness and running behind money and different objects and different devices, because they are misguided. So we are trying to identify that exactly what is happiness. So our scripture says that Anukul Vedaniyam Sukham. Anukul Vedaniyam Sukham. Sukham means happiness. So whatever comfortable to us or favorable to us, that is Sukham. Whatever is favorable and comfortable to us, that is Sukham. For example, in summer, AC is comfortable to us, right? So when AC starts, we feel happy. Yes. In winter, when we get hot water, or room gets heated, we feel happy because that is comfortable and favorable to us. So, as Sridhar sir was saying, it is again person to person vary, but this definition is such dynamic definition that Anukul Vedaniyam Sukham. Now, for example, sweet, actually sweet is very nice and tasty, but one who is suffering with diabetes, he may not like, and for him it is not favorable and for enjoyable. So, for him sweets will be pratikulam, unfavorable. So, Anukul Vedaniyam Sukham means anything, it may be a person, maybe a situations, maybe a objects, or maybe a things. Yes, if it is favorable to us and comfortable to us, so that is a happiness, that is a sukham. If it is unfavorable and uncomfortable, that is dukham for every individual. Now, even Devaprasad Swamiji says difference between sukh and anand. Sukh and anand. In anand English we can say bliss, right? And sukh means happiness. So, what is the difference between happiness and bliss? So, when happiness get exceed or unlimited happiness, when we get, that becomes anand, that becomes anand. So, our scripture says that Swamiji, Harivandan Swamiji. So, there is a difference between sukh and anand. Now, we go to the next discussion. In this Vachanamritam, Bhagavan Swaminarayan wants to convey and say that if someone thinks about or calculates about divine happiness, divine bliss of God, then he will be able to withdraw his senses from these worldly objects. And to give us just idea of divine happiness, our scriptures have calculated that what is the happiness of God or what is the divine bliss of God. Now, we are here as we have or we are able to distinguish between 1000 rupees as well as 1 lakh rupees, but we are not able to measure or calculate the happiness of God or divine abode of God, and that is why Upanishadas, Taittiriya Upanishad said that yes, there is a calculation of divine happiness. But I think now already we are 9:21, so we will have 2-3 questions answers and we will finish and we will continue the same topic to the next Thursday. Still we can have one more satsang. So, any question? Okay, fine. So, let us be ready for the next Thursday satsang in the same topic regarding, and I also request to once read out the Vachanamrita of Panchala chapter 1st. So, Bhagavan Swaminarayan have himself asked a question that how we can have our intention or our focus on the divine happiness of God, and how we can withdraw or we can take out our senses back from the worldly and materialistic pleasure. So it is too difficult, but Bhagavan Swaminarayan have shown very easiest way in this Vachanamritam, that how one can withdraw his minds and senses from worldly and materialistic pleasure and focus on the divine happiness of God. Okay, thank you, and Jai Swaminarayan.